Hey y'all, happy morning. I'm out here just checking out everything. Thought I'd make a video for y'all because it's nice out. Show you how everything's going. Little baby kumquats. Those were persimmons back there. This is the newest native plant I found. These bananas are going to be biomass. I'm just going to keep chopping them down and feeding them to the swales. Strawberries are still making a little fruit, but they're slowing down for the year and sending out tons of runners. And so all of these runners, I'm going to let them root a little bit. Oh, that one died for some reason. And then, oh, what? Someone knocked off a strawberry. And then I'll dig them up and plant them more this way and also that way and fill up that whole area with strawberries. The squash are doing really good. I've never had this much success with squash, but these are resistant varieties that do well here. So squash forming all over the place in here, really. There's one back there. There's one right there. This is a Tahitian melon squash. Lots of flowers every day. This is the oldest one. These aren't close to ready. They look more like a butternut squash when they're ready. I trimmed back all the comfrey. I think I talked about that in the last video. But all the blueberries are starting to ripen on all these bushes I planted in this January, I guess it was. January or February. So the blueberries are really popping off. The squash are getting started. This artichoke is not loving the heat. It's shedding leaves, but it's still healthy. So I'm hoping I'll get some artichokes maybe this year. The watermelon vines and watermelon. This one's a honeydew right here. And you can see, is it making little honeydews yet? Oh, there's one right in there. Just tiny. These melons are also starting to make some tiny little babies. So everything in the front is really getting going. Still have a little bit of daylily action left. Asiatic lilies. Most of the daylilies are done. These are blackberry lilies, or Iris domestica, under the abelia here. The roselle are starting to grow. I grew these from seed this year, just direct sow. And gladiolus, that's the last of it. Kissed by Magic, that's one my dad made. I love that one. Other roselle. We're going with 2 roselle this year because we harvested over a year's supply last year. We've given away half of what we've used and we drink it all the time. So I think 2 will be more than enough to replenish our supplies. Early morning pollinator here on this Kwanzaa daylily. Yeah, so that's an impression of how the front's doing. These squash are starting to get going too. Still no fruits on any of these other ones except for the Tahitian melon, but I've got, I think this one's a Seminole pumpkin. I've got South Anna melons. I've got Delicata and Ford Hook acorn. So I think the Delicata and Ford Hook aren't doing that well, but these other varieties, I was given in a trade with someone from Florida, and they said that they would do really well here, and so far that seems to be the case, and I'm really happy I got them. I really wanted the Seminole, and they gave me the other two, the South Anna and Tahitian. Sweet potatoes are taking over this swale again. We'll get a huge harvest. Sweet potatoes again. Those willow, I stuck a couple small cuttings in the ground here and there. I'm going to train them up to about here and let them grow from there, and then cut those things off annually and use them for crafts or fences or whatever, and that way they won't shade out the smaller berries and fruit trees. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the front. I'll take y'all around the back. So before I go around to the back, I just wanted to stop and show y'all all the tomatoes we've been getting. I kind of like harvest some and put them at the front, and then the next day goes behind and behind. That way the ripest ones get eaten first so they don't go bad. But we've been getting about, I don't know, 12 to 15 a day. And these are Sun Gold, Black Cherry, Napa Chardonnay. That's a Chadwick Cherry, and Blush Tiger. We've been really going through these, and I'm super thankful that I finally got tomatoes down. Right, kitty man? The roses are really popping right now. They're looking so good. They take breaks sometimes, and then they come back with a new flush of tons of growth. So they're looking really good right now. Got lots of things going on in my pots, like a bunch of baby muscadines I grew from seed, some thornless blackberry cuttings, fig cuttings that are well rooted, Chinese chestnut, that's Vicks plant cuttings in with a gumi cutting. Lots more Vicks plant and some jade. The Jaboticaba is still doing good. I need to get it into a bigger pot though, and it is not liking these hot days we're starting to have, so I might find it a shadier spot. All the other trees left over from the plant sale I did for my work. I did a sale to raise money for work events, and use some of the money to pay back for the dirt and the pots I used. Ooh, a pest. Bet the chickens would love that. Anyway, the tomatoes have been doing really well. So happy with that. This is another black cherry coming up right here. And the Chadwick cherries starting to get going. Really good. Cow peas. Ooh, we've been harvesting. We've harvested about, I don't know, 6 pods now. I'll wait till they get like papery, dry out a little bit. They get dark purple. And each pod has about 14 or 15 black-eyed peas. And we planted, I don't know, 12 to begin with. So we've already got, 4 times the amount we planted, and then all of these pods here that it's forming. So this has been really successful so far, I would say. It's got pretty flowers too. Also, the runner beans are back here. They're climbing up right here. So we'll see if they make some runner beans too. But really, really happy with the black-eyed peas. The stevia's come back really strong. Gonna take some cuttings of that soon and spread it. Pineapple sage, spread it over here to Asher's area and clear out some of this purple or blue mist flower. I mean, it's beautiful and a lovely wildflower, but I'd say we have plenty of it between this side and over on the other side of the creek bed. So this mulberry is so tall. It's only a year and 5 months. I just can't believe it. All right, let's go see. Hey, Clarabelle. What you doing? Chickens are out having a good time. It's not really much going on back here. These strawberries have kind of slowed down a lot, like the ones in the front. But the blackberries, I guess, are starting to ripen. We're getting some black ones in there. So that's exciting, I guess. There's still a little bit going on. Still flowering even. The other side's just as full. The mint's really gotten out of control over here. I need to dial that back some. Oh, what? The white star hibiscus is blooming. Oh. And I don't know what's going on with this fig, if this is still dying back from the frost damage, but it's starting to make figs as well. No, these ones don't seem to have any figs, but this one does. This is the mother plant. Let's go see that hibiscus closer. Didn't know that was blooming yet. These might be the first blooms. They only bloom for a day. Wow, they're so big. And it's just covered in buds. The marshmallow over there, swamp hibiscus, whatever you want to call it, is also getting buds, I think. The one in the front definitely is. No, this one is not doing well for some reason. The one in the front is twice this size and covered in buds in my rain garden. Elephant ear's out of control. Turmeric that we planted back here is starting to come up. That's a black turmeric right there. There's one. There's one. So they're starting to come up. I imagine the ones in the front will be a couple weeks behind because we planted them a couple weeks later. It's so nice back here. I just weed-eated a path so I can walk back here and kind of enjoy this area some. That's the giant ironweed starting to really grow. I put that in this year along with this willow leaf goldenrod, which is supposed to be a lot shorter than other goldenrods, so hopefully won't get much taller than that. The ironweed can be in the back, have a bunch of yellow and gold and purple and even some pink from the touch-me-nots. This goomy's finally starting to get really healthy. I'll be able to take some cuttings from this winter because I need to shape it anyway, and I'll be able to use those cuttings to make more sweet scarlet goomies. The yarrow, assassin bugs are everywhere right now, but I've got this little pink yarrow too. I like it. Holy basil already go into seed and stuff. I need to pinch those back, but I've been just pulling out handfuls of this. I mean, it was from over there to over here, and I've been just slowly feeding the chickens handfuls of it every day. I've been doing the same with all the baby goldenrod that came up back here. Sorry, that's a garbage truck. It's trash day. The asparagus are making little berries, making some seeds on some of them. So I'll be able to plant more of those and share them with people. Tomatoes back here are doing great. Got some mums in there randomly. This giant mustard's really going to seed now. You can see I've still got random goldenrod coming up places, so I pulled out most of it, and I just come grab a couple handfuls a day of whatever back here and throw it to the chickens. Either they eat it or they don't. I'm not sure what's coming up here. I don't know if this is something usable or not. It's got really fuzzy stem, kind of like a tomato. But I guess I'm going to let it grow for now because I'm not really sure what it is. Those red of Florence onions I planted, I don't know how long ago. They're finally, I don't know, a year and a half later, decent size. Got lots of baby peppers back here. Some bigger peppers. I threw all my pepper seeds back here because I haven't been having luck with peppers and I just wanted to get some. The Swiss chard that I planted from seed a while back, getting eaten up by something, probably lacewings. We've been having a lot of green lacewings, but I don't mind those. Even if they do some damage, they're incredible predators when they get older, so I'll leave them. Muscadines. What's that? Some aphids on that one. Sure something will show up to take care of it. We've got ladybugs and assassin bugs everywhere. So the shiso is another thing I've been getting just handfuls of whenever, all the time. And lots of goldenrod in there as well. And just throwing all that to the chickens. Give them a diverse diet. I do the same with the patch of pepperweed, with this parsley. If we're not using it, it just makes sense to let the chickens have a go at it because it's extra biomass we don't really need. The lettuce are starting to really go to seed. I'm going to let these just blow everywhere, and hopefully next year we've got baby lettuce popping up all over the place. That'd be fine with me. Not going to be mad at that. But yeah, I could probably collect some of the seed so that I have some I can target to a place. But anyway, I guess that's about it back here as well. That means that that's about it for the tour. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and take care.